What's up everybody, this is Mastery and Gamer, and today I've got a bit of a different type of video for you. I'm going to be taking a look at an Overwatch forum post that claims to have leaked information about the number of items each hero will get for the upcoming 2017 Halloween event. Now before I start, I just want to emphasize that I am not trying to call out this post's author as being a liar or a troll. It's entirely possible that they do in fact have access to classified Blizzard data, and there may be some credibility behind it. I'm not trying to start a witch hunt on anyone, but rather I want to show off a good way to analyze potential leaks like this. So now that I've gotten that out of the way, let's see what this post claims. First off, the author mentions that they think they've uncovered the number of items for each hero for the Halloween event, as well as a few upcoming hero changes that Blizzard is currently looking into. They then mention that they won't be giving any specifics as for where this info came from, and thus won't provide a tutorial on accessing it ourselves, even if we ask them. This is an immediate red flag for obvious reasons, but I wouldn't say it discredits them entirely, and I'll get into that more after I finish going through everything they said. Next, they list the number of items for each hero for the Halloween event. I won't read them all off, but I'll have them on screen so you can read through them yourself. The author didn't specify whether these would be the total number of Halloween items, including what they got last year, or only the new items for this year's event. But given that some heroes listed, such as Mercy, Tracer, and Winston, are stated as having 7 items each, it's incredibly unlikely for it to be the latter, especially given how many heroes have high numbers like this. No single event has ever given this many heroes this many new items, meaning that if this leak is in fact credible, then it must be referring to the total, including last year. This actually becomes even more likely when we take a look at the total numbers of things the author listed. Adding up every hero's number totals 129 items, and when we look at the number of items from last year and discount any generic sprays or player icons that weren't hero specific, we have 88 hero specific items from 2016. As we saw this year for the Summer Games event, Blizzard added 40 plus new items, meaning we'll most likely see a similar amount added again for Halloween. And 129 minus 88 equals 41, which perfectly fits into that 40 plus range. And that's not even taking into account new non-hero specific items that likely aren't listed in this leak. Believe it or not, so far the information provided in this leak seems to be viable, but that starts to get flimsy once we look at the number of items for each hero specifically. We have to look no further than Ana, the very first hero on the list, to see an inconsistency. According to the leak, she has 4 total items. However, last year alone, she got 5. Her Ghoul skin, Candy emote, Rip victory pose, voice line, and spray. And so, I am confident in saying that regardless of the author's intent, this post more likely than not isn't real. The information given is flat out inconsistent with regards to the content we already have in the game. The only way it could work is if the numbers listed are how many new items they will get with this event, which, as I said, is basically impossible because of how many there are. Granted, depending on where this data originated, it's also possible that these numbers are contaminated with items from more events than just Halloween 2017, but at that point, really anything could be possible to the point that it's not even worth trying to analyze. After the Halloween item numbers, the author also mentioned a few hero changes that apparently Blizzard is looking into right now. I won't bother going over them since they don't pertain to the upcoming event, but if you want to check them out for yourself, then I'll have a link to this forum post in the description below. I'll just say that while the changes listed seem reasonable for the most part, they don't in any way lend to the credibility of this post. At least not yet. So, with this post having proven to be most likely false, why was it worth analyzing in the first place, especially given the author's comment about not revealing their data source? Well, there are all kinds of ways information can get leaked, and to be honest, not all of them can be replicated or cited. For example, someone who works for Blizzard or is a friend or relative of someone who does may overhear something that they shouldn't have. For whatever reason, they decide to leak this info, but since they don't want to lose their job or get their friend fired, they don't reveal their source in order to remain hidden from Blizzard's radar. While there's plenty of moral and legal issues with doing this kind of thing, it does mean that real information can get leaked without being able to credit the source. Just look at the BlizzyLeaks post from back in January. It gave no real source and nobody took it seriously at first, but over time it proved to in fact be true. Of course, this kind of thing is rare and we certainly shouldn't expect every leak to be real, but it's always worth the consideration and analysis. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this leak analysis video, even though the leak turned out to be most likely fake. Given how little we have to go on so far for this upcoming event, I thought it would be worthwhile to take a look at what we do have, even if it's pretty minuscule. If you're interested in seeing more realistic predictions for the 2017 Halloween event, then click the card on screen to check out my recent speculation video. Otherwise, thank you for watching, and if you did enjoy this video, then be sure to leave a like. You can subscribe, follow me on Twitter, and hit the bell icon to keep up with all my future Overwatch videos, and be sure to comment below with your own thoughts about leaks like this and the Halloween event as a whole. This is Mastery and Gamer signing off, and until next time, have a great day.